everybody. It's Ted Bogert with the Ted Show. I'm going to probably say that 100 times.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Let's rock and roll.
Let's rock and roll. Hey, everybody. It's Ted Bogert with the Ted Show. Super excited to have my friend, the one and only Jason Schaller on the show.
Yeah.
I did it. Holy God. I'm very thankful that you are coming on. I don't know if anybody can see my ensemble, but I'm going to tell you that I have Jason's hat on. I have Jason's shirt on, and I'll show you what I have on underneath in a little while. But that is Jason Schaller on the show.
Yeah, Ted. What's up, dude?
What's up? All right, so you look amazing, of course. But you've been on the show before, and you're just have such great energy. And I have to give you kudos. You came up with a show title. You cannot quarantine positivity, and it's sort of the theme I used.
Yeah.
But welcome back, man.
Thanks, man. I'm so glad to be here. It's always good to see you.
Always great to see you, even if it's virtually. So I want to talk about a lot of stuff. Positivity, obviously. I want to talk about your brand and your marketing because in this day and age, everybody can use as much help as they can get. But give them a little background on you.
Me? Let's see. So, last time we met, we gave the whole story about where I'm from and stuff, but I'm originally a Michigan guy, right? And moved down to Florida in 2010. And I run my business called the Schaller Group, where I design and renovate apartment buildings. But then I also started the 77 Trust Me brand with this image. And that is an image and a brand that spreads positivity throughout the world. And that's the whole mission behind it.
So the 777 Trust Me brand.
77.
77. And you might want to come a little closer so they can hear you because there you go.
All right.
I love the glasses too. Shay Walker says she wants that jacket. I think we all want that jacket, Shay. So the 77 Trust Me brand, where did that come from? Give us, you might have said it on the last show, but it's always good to reiterate. How did you come up with that? It's such you do it in a way like I have the hat on, you have the hat on. I have a half shirt on. He has a real shirt on because he's in shape. I have the shorts on, which you can't see right now, but everything has your brand on it. So where did 77 Trust Me come from?
Okay, so pretty simple. I was born in 1977. So I've always had some sort of, infatuation with things from 1977. I've got a 1977 GMC truck. I got a 1977 Les Paul hanging on the wall in here. I've got collectible 77 stuff. This right here, my buddy gave to me. It's a Kiss belt buckle from 1977. It says 1977 on the back. I mean, I've got and great music and everything else. So really, when I started to put this whole brand together, which gives back to the community and gives back to the world by supporting arts organizations and charities. I give 77 cents of every dollar for the apparel sold on trustme77.com back. So, it just kind of, I don't even know how the heck I came up with it.
Probably why trust me? Why trust me?
You know what? The image inspired that. So the image that you see on every single one of these pieces of apparel or anything you see with me, like if you go to my LinkedIn page, my Instagram page, all this stuff, you're going to see that image. If you see it with my business as well, everything kind of follows each other with that image. But I captured it on accident when I took some headshots with my buddy Joe Sale over in Tampa. We were warming up and, doing this kind of stuff and, just and I did this and pointed and he caught it. And he goes, you got to look at this. And somebody said to me, like, you need to do something with that, which, I thought the same thing. I was like, but, first thing happened is this hat that you're wearing. I started out with a lot of 50 and then another lot of 100 and then another lot of 100 and then a lot of 150. And then I just started putting them out in the world. And when I would go travel or when I would be anywhere in the United States or out of the United States, I'd take the hat with me. And I had this message, which is tagged on every single shirt and on every single article, which says, while wearing this cap, you have a duty to smile, be kind, travel, and do good deeds, because love and smiles makes the world a better place. Think worldly, be prosperous, trust me. And so the trust me part that you asked me about just is like the image, it's like, trust me. everything's going to be okay, or trust me, you should buy this, or trust me, this is a great product, or it's just got that look to it. So
Where did all the where does your positivity come from? Because I think all of us want to catch it, we want to keep it, we want to maintain it. Even before all the Corona stuff started happening, you just have this positive attitude, but you still are maintaining it. You're still keeping it. You can't quarantine it, as you said. Where did that come from? Were you always positive? Did you always have a positive approach, or is that just grown into how you are now?
I don't know. I think I always have. I've been and you have the same, you got the same energy, Ted. I'll say that just from being around you and everything else. You do. I can't stand being next to somebody that's talking negative all the time.
Me either. It drives me crazy.
Can't do it, Or let's be real about this. Like, shut the hell up. Like, that stuff drives me nuts. It totally does. But I think my entire life, I've always tried to, even when things weren't going well, even with my friends, I tried to paint the picture that things were actually going well. I don't think it's lying, but I think, Colin Powell said it very well. Perpetual, what did he say? Perpetual optimism is a force multiplier, right?
Yes.
So optimistic, and you come out of all this and you focus on the good and not lay in the bad, things always work out. Every time I've worried about anything in my life, it's always worked out. And
you just lose time if you worry. Look, and I'm saying this right now because I can be a worrier, and I have bad days, and I have days where I feel challenged. I remain positive the most of the time, but I don't want people to walk away. I always tell people, look, we are positive people. I know you're a positive person, but that doesn't mean we don't have moments.
Right.
So even if you're going through a rough time, I'm still trying, and I still do focus on the positive. But I have my moods, guys. So it's not all perfect poly purebred over here where I'm constantly like this. There are moments that I have, and I think it's important that we don't focus on those moments. We focus on the positive stuff. What are you doing extra, since this is just unprecedented, what's going on with COVID? What are you doing extra? Are you doing anything different? Are you doing anything more? Have you increased a practice that maybe you do to remain positive?
Interesting to ask that. I've been really trying to engage and stay in touch with more friends and family, reach out, phone calls, text messages, things like that, because you get really busy in the day-to-day stuff. And you are one of these people that always has something you're doing. We do the same thing. Yeah. Honestly, my business right now with what I'm doing on the Schaller Group side, surprisingly has still kept moving because there's a lot of life safety issues associated with apartment buildings and multifamily and things that we can do to get, people still need a place to live, and you got to fix these places up, and you have to have apartments ready for people to move into. So I've been busy on that end, and I've been busy because I've got some design projects. So I've still been working my butt off and keeping my mind on that. I got to stay focused on moving forward and making progress. And I think even if work dried up right now, I thought about this the other day. I was like, okay, I'm out for a walk, and I'm walking around downtown Winter Park, and I'm looking at these beautiful places, and I'm looking at other stuff. I'm saying, man, I wish they would just make that place look better, And right. So my business, I'm like, if things went south with what I'm doing, meaning everybody put the brakes on every project, I think I would just go out and take pictures of people's buildings and start redesigning them and sending it to them in the mail and saying, why don't you fix your building? And
I love that.
I don't know. You got to keep moving on stuff. I'm doing a bunch of goofy stuff too. I don't know what it is, but everybody's watching the Tiger King and things like that. So,
oh my God, so I've only seen one episode. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've watched it. I've watched pretty much all of it.
It's what I can't get past, and I'm probably a bad person for saying this, but the teeth. I can't. Yeah. I've never seen so many people, so many missing teeth on one broadcast of one show in my life. I don't know what's going on. If it's all meth, or if it's bad water, or just bad orthodontia. I don't know.
I don't know. Something tells me if we watch this and it continues to go, we're going to find out,
Before the Tiger King, I can even imagine.
And I think what we've all learned from that too is that if anything's going wrong, you just blame it on Carol Baskin.
No doubt. If y'all haven't seen Tiger King, I mean, it's worth a couple of episodes just to feel much better about yourself. So tell me what you do. Do you have any practice? I'll give you an example, then you tell me. I wake up, and the first thing I do, besides moan and groan because my body hurts just from sleeping, I'm thankful. I think of several things that I'm thankful for in the morning. So I wake up and I focus on gratitude. Um, Sometimes I don't feel like it, guys, just so you know, but I focus on that, and that usually sets the tone for helps set the tone for my day. Are there
Yeah.
things that you do every single day that help you keep focused, positive, that you did even before the whole COVID insanity?
You know what? It's funny. Like you read these business books and people talk about, this guy gets up every morning at 4 a.m. and he does this and he meditates before he does anything and everything else. And my entire life, I've never ever been like that. Everything flows. Sometimes I stay up until 4 o'clock in the morning and I sleep until 9 and then wake up and I feel like crap for 20 minutes. And then I'm like, what the heck am I doing? And as soon as I see the sunlight, I'm smiling and saying, okay, let's figure this out. Other days I go to bed at 9 o'clock at night and I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and do the same thing. And, I've never really had anything that's been like a routine that's kept me going. I just focus on stuff that like when everything else is coming at you and you look at your phone and the first thing you see is Apple News and it's like 10 million people filed for unemployment.
Yeah.
50 million people have died now and like all this crap. It's like you can automatically get yourself sucked into some crazy world. And, for me, I don't know. I do to-do lists a couple of days a week.
You do. So that's something. I think a lot of people don't do that. So your to-do list, are you the type that gets through the first one and then makes the second one, or does the second one come even when the first one isn't done?
I don't know. I usually lose it by like the second day. Like that.
I understand. But you know what you said, and I want to point it out. It sounds like you listen to your body and what's going on. So you could have a time where you stay up all the way to 4, but you also have the times when you go to bed at 9. So you're being fluid enough to say, all right, this is what I need to do for me. And maybe it's not conscious, but it sure sounds like you've got at least some control over it.
Yeah. No, I think that's it. People say, you have a plan with what you do. Like, what's your plan? Like, what is your goal? I think those are stupid questions myself.
I hate goal. This is my biggest pet peeve is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Um, uh, give me a business plan. And all I can think about is, are you insane? I don't even like to type. I don't want to write a business plan because every day it changes and I kind of like it that way. But there are certain people that need that. They have to have that structure. They have to write it down. They have to know, or at least believe they know what they're going to be doing in a month, a year, 3 years, 5 years. It gives them comfort. Me, it's the complete opposite. I have no desire. It's probably why I'm crazy and have this show and wear crazy get-ups. I mean, it's just not me to do that.
Yeah, but you know what? At the same time, you're very disciplined. You do the show, you're on it, you're on time, you follow through. Anything you've ever invited me to do, you're always there. You show up early, you're very respectful to people. So you've got that going on. But as far as like the long-term plan that all these planners and people that need to check boxes and this needs to happen this way, I just can't live that way. That would send me into utter depression if I did that. That's the opposite of staying positive.
Me too. I don't like when people, I get asked a lot, Ted, can you please send me the pre-questions? And all I can think about for the show. And I'm like, first of all, you must not have watched the show because I talk about it almost every show, how I don't do any research. And I'm lucky that I know even why we're having a show to begin with. There's something organic about that. And that's how I live. But for a lot of people, it's a challenge. I've had people say, I can't come on the show if I don't know what you're going to ask. And God bless them. I mean, I want them to be happy. I don't want them to be uncomfortable. But for me, that would drive me crazy. It would stress me out. I would be focused more on the questions than just the organic conversation.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's it. You walk in.
I have to ask you, what's the jacket? Everybody is commenting about the jacket. Lana Larrabee said, everybody on, I'm quoting, everybody on LinkedIn seems to know this guy. So we have lots and lots of comments. We'll go back, guys, I promise, and look. But the jacket. So tell me about this, because you came out, you came out dancing the other day.
Yeah.
And you dance a lot. And that's what got me thinking we need to have Jason on the show in full Jason 77 Trust Me gear.
Yeah.
And do something fun, because people are dying for fun. They want to be entertained. They want to not think about what's going on out there for a little bit. But the jacket, everybody's asking about.
All right. Well, the jacket, honestly, I went on a trip to Detroit, and I've got some great friends up at the John Varvatos store in Detroit, Michigan, which is sadly shut down right now, like everything else in Detroit. But um, I love John Varvatos, a Michigan guy. He's born downriver, close to where I'm from. He's a little older than me, but we both went to Eastern Michigan University. So I've always had this kind of I've always wanted to do something with clothing and apparel. I started doing that a long time ago when I played rock and roll in bands. And anyway, I went into the John Varvatos store, and this was sitting on the shelf. And it was the only time they'd ever produced anything like that. And I tried it on, and it went with the beard and everything else, and I just couldn't pass it up.
It's
And
awesome.
I got a buddy up in Detroit. He goes by Detroit Bruce. He's the Detroit ambassador, works with Quicken Loans, very good friends with Dan Gilbert and those guys. And he takes you on tours of the city. He's got the same jacket. So he and I connected that way. And now I just keep it with me because it's fun. But right now I'm really wearing it because it's cold, and I'm not wearing much of anything else when it comes to
No, you're not. Me either, my friend, right now. I have to give you a shout out before we talk about dancing. You were really gracious and came out and supported me, and of course supported Harbor House when we did the Walk a Mile in Her Shoes. So big thanks for that. That was a fun event with a very serious topic, but it was great to have another dude walk with me. Sometimes that can be a challenge. Sometimes I'm the only guy in the group, in my group anyway. But you were a champ, man.
Well, I appreciate that. Next year I got to get some higher heels. I'm going to go.
Yeah, I mean, this is the reason I also brought that up too. Is I'm wearing the shirt that I wore that day. Not that it matches anything that I have on, but I thought it would be colorful and I could open it up. Because down below, all you're going to see is dad bod. So you got to see Jason's. All right, so talk about dancing. You came on the other day. You did LinkedIn. I don't know if you put it on Facebook, but I certainly saw it on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And you were dancing. Why dancing? Why are you dancing? What are we dancing for? Is it just to release energy? You obviously put a positive message out there when you do. So where did that all come from?
I did one similar post, and it was I don't know, maybe 2 months ago or something, when I got the shorts and the shirts in and stuff. And I just said, what the hell? I was at the office one afternoon. I threw it on, and I was going to do like an Instagram/Facebook type post because I thought, okay, that's for that. And then I just said, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to put it up on LinkedIn too, because everybody is like always so serious about stuff. And I get it. It's a site that's for serious stuff, but I have to be myself on there too. And I thought it would be fun. So I did that, and I got more responses and more follows and likes and looks on that one post than I did anything else that I've ever done. So when all this crap hit with this COVID BS and everybody was in doom and gloom and everything else, I woke up, it was a Sunday morning, 2 Sundays ago, and I said, I got to come back and I got to do this again. And I did it, and that one even took off again. And then this last Sunday, I said, I'm going to do another one. That's where I was, kickstart my heart, and I was dancing all over the place. But you know what? It really is what it is. It's like, you got to take a second, get your head out of the sand with all this crazy crap going on, and look at something fun. I feel bad. If I could have Richard Simmons here with me doing the same thing, but I don't know where he is right now, and I hope he's doing all right. But
I think I'm in the same shape as Richard Simmons is right now. So I'm as close to that as you're going to get. All right. So I'm going to have to be, I'm going to let you dance. I want to hear music and watch. And then I promise I will show the shorts I have on, but I have to be incredibly careful because this is only an R-rated show. So I can't go full on. But Jason was kind enough to provide this and the shirt and the shorts that he's wearing, which you'll see on me in a minute. But go forth and do good. I think people want to see you in your element.
Yeah, so here's the whole thing too. If anybody else wants this all supports. I'm supporting right now the Timucua Arts Foundation. So 77 cents of every dollar that people buy apparel through trustme77.com will go back and support those guys. Arts organizations, they need all the help they can get right now, artists and everybody. So anyway,
I agree. So 77trustme.com, which I'll share after the show goes. And we have Jason's going to go through just like I will and respond to all of your comments because they're definitely flooding in. And yes, no suit today because I'm here supporting my friend Jason.
Yeah. So this is like, all right, here's the outfit.
Yeah. Now y'all see why I can't pull that off. He's got a nice, you know, he's good right here. I am not. Not even close. The shorts did fit though, thank God, because you must have gotten the stretch to any size a pair for me. So thank you for that.
That's the wonder and the greatness of these shorts. They will fit anybody. Yeah.
That and they're really mini shorts, to be honest with you. So I love it. All right, go forth and do good, my friend.
All right, man. Thank you. Awesome. We will. Yeah, come on. Everybody's got to stay positive out there, right? Yeah. you gotta do it.
Oh, you got to work. Oh yeah, I don't own those either, Jason. I love it. So let me. Oh, go ahead. I'm going to show them that I do have this shirt on. I got to step to the side for a second.
Yeah, let's see it.
And look. Oh, you can't. Hold on.
Yes. Yeah.
I have your shorts on.
Yeah, man.
Nobody wants to see that. Well, they want to see your picture, but you can't see it. Nobody wants to see the rest of that. Well, I appreciate you. I love everything that you do. Thank you so much for being positive. We need it. So trustme77.com. If you want to get any of this gear, he's got lots of cool stuff. 77 cents of every dollar of that purchase goes to whatever Jason is raising funds for. And I know it has to do with, what'd you just say, healthcare?
No. Right. It's with the arts.
The arts. That's right. Arts, which is also impacted. We have several people with the arts on today on the show. Thank you. See, even getting up there, I'm winded. I can't exercise or work out. Forget it. All right, brother. Thank you so much for being on the show. Thanks for doing this. I really appreciate it. You cannot quarantine positivity.
Cannot. Yeah.
And what?
You cannot.
You cannot. All right. We love all you guys. Love you to pieces, brother. We'll see you soon. Thank you guys so much. We'll be back.
Thanks, everybody.
Soon. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.